Ever looked down and wondered, was that it? You're not alone. Today we're diving headfirst into a topic that's often whispered about but rarely explained clearly: how to naturally increase semen volume. Whether you're curious, concerned, or just want to feel more confident, we've got answers. But first, please like the video. The more people like it, the more YouTube will distribute it to people who don't have access to doctors or hospitals. Also, please share the video with your friends and family. Many lives can be saved with your help, so share it. My name is Dr. Gems Wisdom. I'm a urologist and pelvic surgeon, and we're going to break this down so it finally makes sense. So let's kick things off with a question that's probably crossed your mind. What's considered a normal semen volume? The average ejaculate usually measures between 1.5 to 5 milliliters. That's roughly between a third of a teaspoon to a full teaspoon. It might not seem like much, but trust me, it's completely normal. Now, a lot of men feel insecure because they've seen adult films where guys seem to produce cupfuls of the stuff. Let me be straight with you. Those are production-enhanced clips with lighting tricks and special effects. They're not reality. Many folks think a bigger volume equals more fertility, manliness, or even sexual satisfaction. But here's the truth: it doesn't. Those assumptions are misleading. The real story is far more fascinating. Did you know that only 5% of your ejaculate is actually sperm? That's the part made by your testicles. The rest? It's a powerful team effort. Your seminal vesicles pitch in with fluid that helps sperm survive the harsh acidity of the vagina. Then your prostate adds more liquid to help the sperm swim like champs. And a tiny amount comes from the bulbourethral glands near the urethra. Think of them as nature's lubricant crew. So if your sperm count is off, it might not show up as a smaller volume. But if you're actively trying to conceive and worried, it's absolutely worth seeing a specialist. Ideally, a urologist trained in infertility. Another key factor is the force behind the ejaculation. Yep, the oomph matters too. That's powered by muscles in your pelvic floor and around the urethra. And in young, healthy guys, the fluid can shoot out as fast as 31 miles per hour and travel 6 to 9 inches. But like many things, this changes with age. Age can weaken those muscles, and the prostate can enlarge, messing with blood flow and reducing the amount of fluid made. It can even partly block the flow through the ejaculatory duct, which lowers the volume exiting the body. Next up, your genes. Sometimes, you just inherited a certain factory setting for how much you produce. Hormonal shifts also play a role. Low testosterone often correlates with less ejaculate, but boosting testosterone doesn't automatically mean you'll shoot more. So skip the risky hormone shopping. Normal levels won't raise your volume either. Now, there are other hormones that can affect testosterone. High prolactin or low thyroid levels could be culprits, and thankfully, those are treatable. So if your volume's lower and it's bothering you, a doctor's visit is definitely worthwhile. Chronic conditions like diabetes or spinal injuries can also result in little to no semen because of retrograde or anejaculation, when semen goes backward or doesn't come out at all. And here's a surprising player in all this: zinc. This mineral is key in testosterone production and prostatic fluid. Your prostate uses citrate to bind zinc and make that rich, healthy fluid. If you're low on zinc, your prostate might ease off, making less fluid. But don't run to the supplement aisle just yet. Evidence is mixed on whether zinc pills actually help. Now, before we dive into how to boost semen volume, let's pause for a second. Ask yourself, why does this even matter to you? Is it about pleasure, confidence, or is it just pressure from what we've been led to believe by the media? In fact, a 2018 study surveyed 240 women, and guess what? Only 13 of them said that more ejaculate enhanced their pleasure. That's a tiny slice of the pie. Most women, as I've shared in several other videos, derive their joy from clitoral stimulation. That's the magic button for most female orgasms. So if your goal is to create more pleasure, focus on the areas that count. Trust me, your partner's not rating you by the teaspoon. And for you, if you're already climaxing, does the size of the load really change the moment? Something to think about. Now let's zoom out a little. We've talked numbers, fluids, and even zinc. But let's talk you. This isn't just about increasing a load, it's about feeling good in your body, feeling confident, and taking control of your health. Because every guy deserves to feel strong, capable, and yes, satisfied. And sometimes, boosting semen volume can feel like a symbol of reclaiming that vitality. It's not about comparing yourself to a fantasy image on a screen. It's about you doing what's best for your body, your relationships, and your confidence. So let's talk about your daily habits. Are you sleeping well? Because lack of sleep can throw your hormone levels off, including testosterone. Your body does its best repair work while you sleep, including the systems that produce semen. So if you're skimping on rest, it could be showing up where you least expect it. Also, let's talk stress. Chronic stress increases cortisol, and cortisol can suppress testosterone. So if you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, and let's face it, many of us are, it can show up in your sexual health too. Practicing mindfulness, getting some exercise, or even just talking it out can make a difference. Speaking of movement, getting regular physical activity boosts circulation, keeps hormones balanced, and strengthens those pelvic muscles responsible for strong ejaculation. You don't need to run marathons. A brisk walk, light strength training, even dancing around the living room, all of it helps. Let's not forget your core and pelvic floor. Simple exercises like Kegels can strengthen those critical muscles that control ejaculation. Think of it like a tune-up for your body's engine. More strength, more control, more force. And that might just mean more volume too. But even with all this knowledge, please remember, you are not defined by how much semen you produce. It doesn't measure your manhood, your value, or your ability to please a partner. What matters is how you feel, and how you connect with the people who love and care about you. You're still the same strong, capable man whether you produce a teaspoon or a sprinkle. And if this is something that concerns you, the best thing you can do is talk to a doctor, not suffer in silence or chase sketchy online supplements. A trained urologist like me, or someone near you, can run tests, listen to your concerns, and guide you towards safe, effective solutions. Because let's face it, life's too short to let confusion or embarrassment hold you back from taking care of yourself. And now, back to something many folks get curious about, those famous zinc-rich foods. Look, I'm not here to push oysters as the next superfood miracle, though, fun fact, they are packed with zinc. But if your body's running low on it, incorporating high zinc options like oysters, lean meats, legumes, and nuts might give your system the nudge it needs. But again, the science is still catching up. While one study linked lower zinc levels to smaller semen volume, another bigger, more trusted study in JAMA showed that zinc didn't really impact fertility outcomes at all. So if you're just guessing and popping supplements hoping for fireworks, it might not pay off. What's smarter? Get your zinc levels tested. Then, if you need it, go natural, go real food first. What this really circles back to is balance. Nutrition, hydration, sleep, stress, movement. All of it feeds into how your body functions. It's like a symphony, and every instrument matters. So before reaching for pills and powders, ask, am I giving my body the basics it needs to thrive? Because here's the truth. When you're eating well, staying hydrated, getting rest, and moving regularly, you're going to feel better in every way. Your heart, your brain, your libido, your energy, your confidence, it's all connected. And that's really the heart of this message. You are not just a number on a lab test or a teaspoon measurement in the bedroom. You're a whole human being. And taking care of your sexual health means taking care of your entire self. So if you're someone who's been quietly wondering about this, maybe feeling a little embarrassed or unsure where to start, I want you to know you're not alone. Millions of men wonder the same thing, and there's no shame in that. In fact, there's real courage in asking questions and taking action. And if this video helped you understand things better, or gave you the confidence to ask your doctor for help, then that's a win in my book. Because everyone deserves to feel good in their body and empowered in their choices. Remember, bigger loads aren't the key to pleasure or manhood. Connection, communication, and confidence are. But if you still want to boost your semen volume, you've got the tools now. Start with hydration, improve your diet, get your rest, cut the smoking, maybe spice up the foreplay, and give yourself a couple days between sessions. It's all about treating your body right, and it'll return the favor in more ways than one.